Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another review. This one's going to be for True Detective Episode 5 of Season 1, The Secret Fate of All Life. So yeah, before I begin on the actual review though, 10-second spoiler warning as usual. For those that have yet to actually watch this episode and haven't already, stop the video, go check it out, and come back and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch this episode and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me that never gave you a fair warning, because as usual I did. So the secret fate of all life. What did I think of it? As usual, quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and rates. Basically we start off. Basically this has a time skip. So yeah, it starts off in 1995. Basically they're still trying to find the Lane case, and they're still going with that. They're going to Carcosa and trying to find the Yellow King, and yeah, they basically spend a little bit of time on that, because then afterwards it speeds up to 2002, where it seems like they got over the Lane case. Like they kind of acknowledged they're never gonna find this person, so Hart and Cole, they kind of go their own separate ways in a way. Yeah, they kind of go separately. Like they still work under the same detective agency, but they don't really work anymore. But something interesting happens. Apparently Cole is one of the he's one of the best interrogators in the States. He could get anybody to confess on anything. And he could read people whether they're lying or not. So he's beating this man, trying to get him to confess. When he confesses to his crime and then says that I know about the Yellow King, I know about Carcosa, I know about Lane and whatever, and he gets extremely pissed the fuck off. It was cool. We already know that Matthew McConaughey, sorry, he could kick ass, and especially he does kick ass, especially in this role. So he gets extremely pissed off, finding out that the Lane killer is still there, and he or she is basically right under their nose, like literally. So he gets Hart and tries to investigate what happened, because afterwards the prisoner committed suicide, but now they're trying to figure out who did he last talk to and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. And then, as usual, back in 2012, you have the two detectives, the two male black detectives are talking to these two Hart and Cole. They're discussing that Cole may have had some kind of hands in the Lang murder, because he's always pushing it to where he wants it to be. It's always convenient for Cole. And Cole always manages to find his own way, which is pretty interesting. I didn't even notice that, but they do have points. It always does go good for Cole. It always does go his own way. Then they show a picture of Cole being on this recent murder site, possibly the ones they're investigating on. They find Cole, like on several occasions. Many witnesses say they saw him. And then afterwards, Cole's like, fuck this. I didn't do it. If you want to arrest me, go ahead. I have no problem. You could go ahead with my alibi. And he basically goes, fuck this. Thank you for the beer cans, and walks the fuck out. That's maybe the most hilarious scene I've seen in this whole show. Just some guy walking the fuck out. I wonder what they're gonna do with him in the future now. In the 2002 segment. So yeah, and also before I forget, in the 2012 segment, when back in the 2002 segment, you also have Hart, and he's dealing with family problems with his children growing up. His youngest daughter who's in middle school. She's a cheerleader, and interestingly enough, she's portrayed by Sharbino Brighton, I believe is how you say her name, Sharbino Brighton, whatever, who played Lizzie on The Walking Dead. So that was pretty interesting. I knew she was in the show, but I didn't know she was that character, but whatever. And then the oldest daughter, I guess she's going through some kind of gothic slut phase. I'm not even kidding. She looks like she's dressing up as a goth or an emo person. Then she's fucking guys like every other night, according to the dad, Hart. So yeah, and Hart did reconcile with Maggie, his wife. They remarried. They're taking care of the kids and all that, and it seemed all good until his oldest daughter got arrested for public indecency, subsection nudity, aka sex, or in Hart's case, Detective Hart, attempted rape. So yeah, yeah, don't try to fuck a detective's daughter, because yeah, I think that could go wrong. You could be accused for rape even if she did say, yeah, put my dick in my pussy or something like that. So yeah, aside from that point, yeah. Now, this was a pretty great episode. Really strong episode in my opinion. It was really strong. For after the last episode, which it was still good, but there were a few unanswered questions. They really came strong. They answered most of those questions and gave us still a few unanswered questions as usual. So it came back really strong in my opinion. So I really do like it for that. I do like how we kind of saw the growth in time in the family, in Hart's family. That was pretty interesting. Saw his daughters. That was interesting as well. Some pretty interesting chemistry in my opinion. It was because it wasn't really a good chemistry. Like they were all friendly and such. They were kind of they were kind of already pissing on each other. They were very pissed off on each other. So it was an interesting chemistry to see that. Almost a broken family. So that was pretty interesting. You also have Cole, and that was pretty interesting too. And that he still kind of wants to solve the Lane case. I mean, I guess in a way you would want to, but it's still pretty interesting that they still show that, and the fact that they even did a time skip between 1995 to 2002. That was interesting. And I also did like the development at the 2012 segment. So overall, it was a pretty great episode. Interesting. So yeah, I mean, in my opinion, if any, I think, yeah, this is the most consistent show I've ever seen thus far. I mean, overall, it's just a great episode in my opinion. I mean, there were a few flaws, like very minor in my opinion, that I could just give two shits about. But I mean, minor shit. But yeah, I mean, overall, it was a pretty fantastic, great episode on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent. I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10. There's a few flaws that kind of bother me, but whatever. So yeah, 9.5, and that's basically it for now. Subscribe if not already subscribe. If not already subscribe. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. For the TV shows, I do a review for True Detective, The Walking Dead, Agent Carter, Helix, Constantine, Arrow, Gotham, Flash, and Scorpion. And yeah, for this season. That's what I'm gonna be reviewing. And yeah, in True Detective, I'm reviewing season 1. And yeah, and that's basically it for now. Subscribe, comment down below on your thoughts on all this. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing out.